Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. Alright, so today we're doing the mission Bartering. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So the other Vikings that we came into contact with in England have a toehold on Mercia, and they are trying to transplant their own king in lieu of the current king. The current king previously, in the other episode, he got away. We were trying to take care of him, make him surrender, and if all else failed, to just, assassinate him and then put our own guy there. The guy that we have is Saxon, so it's someone that the people would like, but we ran into a snag. So they were using a mercenary who was also a Viking, and we have reason to believe that she is only loyal to coin and nothing else. So we need to find out what's going on. And that's where we're at right now.
No. This is your challenge.
Come now.
I should not be seen in this area.
Sigurd, what brings you strolling into my camp this brisk day?
I suspect you already know.
Yes. The Embers on the air betray you. And yet, if you are here talking to me, King Burgred remains at large. And who are you, lovely dove? Want to perch your ass on my lap?
That's not why I'm here.
Where is King Burgred? That is what you want. And what makes you think I have the slightest idea?
We found letters, records of trade. The two of you have a history.
What can I say? The king pays well for my services. If only I could say the same for those two Ragnarsson clods.
You're dealing with me now, and I want to know what you know. Name your price.
Very well. I could use another cow. And you can cover the cost.
When Ceolwulf is on the throne, do you think he'll be pleased to hear you stood in his way? That you doubted him at all? Settle for half that amount. And maybe Ceolwulf's first command won't be for your head on a platter.
You've got stones.
Out with it.
Burgred paid me to steer the Ragnarssons clear of two areas, Ledecestre and Templebrough fort. It was a hefty amount. If I were you, that's where I'd look. And that is all I know. Not more, not less. We are done here.
Ledecestre and Templebrough fort. Do you know these places?
I don't, but the brothers will. I'll bring this news to them. Don't stay around here too long. We've got a king to catch.
Alright, so we've got a couple areas that we can check. We need to go talk to the brothers and see if they have anything to add.
Well done.
Well done. Pat yourself on the back.
What do you know about them?
Yeah, every time I see Ledecestre, I always, because of the pronunciations and the sounds, it always kind of makes me think of Worcestershire. So whenever someone says in the game Ledecestre, I always think Worcestershire. Let's go to Worcestershire. We need some Worcestershire.
Let me worry about that.
We should get moving.
Man, that guy Eivor is trouble. I mean, you never know. But he always has something going, some plan, mischief. He's got a little bit too much Loki in him, if you know what I mean. Alright, so we got 2 places to check. Ledecestre and Templebrough. I mean, they kind of lead you to believe to go to Ledecestre first because Ivor is there by himself, which was really not a great idea on their part. Knowing everything you know about the guy, would you let him go by himself to do anything? No. I mean, at some point you have to, but it just doesn't sound like a great idea. So I went to Ledecestre first. I'm sure I'll have to go to both places. Have to meet him wherever he happens to be. I don't like that you can not put a waypoint where the thing is at, so that you can kind of know where you're supposed to be going. Whenever I go on to the map, it's like, oh, you wanted to untrack that, right? So I have to look at it and say, oh, I'm looking this way, it's to my right, and it must be up here. I mean, if I should have called my bird, and I probably could have gotten it a little bit faster, but whatever. It's the little things. So we'll climb up here, see where he's at, and he's here. So I guess that makes sense. He's been busy already.
Good timing. We would have stormed the place without you.
We would have stormed the place without you.
Soldiers aplenty, wagons going in and out. That weasel Burgred is here, I'm sure of it.
He's here, I'm sure of it.
House there and that church.
I'm not so sure.
Should be back at any moment now. Did you see Uba and Sigurd in Templebrough?
No. And if Burgred is hiding here, I won't have to.
There is a lot.
Exactly, if he's here.
We're stuck to killing kings. Thanks to my brother, now we are into making them.
Well, making kings is a much smarter move. Try to put yourself on the throne and
Thought you'd be more like-minded.
you'll have open revolt.
You always see eye to eye?
Of course not.
Often than not.
You are
And then of course there's that foretelling
the closer you get,
that Sigurd will be betrayed, blah blah blah. I try not to think about that.
Time's up for your
So,
diplomacy. He's
moving on.
dead or run off.
Give him a chance.
Can't risk them seeing us and Burgred slipping away again. You stay here and wait for your scout. I'm going in.
Yeah. I'll find out what happened to your scout. Let's move on. Leap of faith. Never knew there were so many stacks of hay everywhere. I don't know. I try to do everything stealth, and I think I do better than average in Assassin's Creed than other games, but it's always something. It's like one guy that I don't think should be able to see me sees me, or whatever. Like, I think I'm okay over here. I mean, yeah, you could have, the cone of detection, so you know if you're going to be detected or not, but that's also, it ruins the immersion a little bit, so what do you want? Now, the nice thing about this game is that you can set up, have, normal amount of UI, or you can have minimal UI, so that you can have that full immersion if that's what you want.
Need to find a way inside.
Although I think that would be cool. I think it would be a little bit more of a pain. So I did not turn that on. Alright. Blend in. This guy, at least I know he goes back and forth, so we'll see. What else we got here? Looks like there's some guys inside. Sometimes when they're when I have the Odin sight, they look like they're turned a certain way, but they're not. So it's like, oh, they're not looking at me, and it's like, oh yeah, they're looking right at me. I don't know if that happens to anyone else. Like if I don't have them tagged with the Odin sight, then I can usually figure it out. But if they are, then I'm like, oh. Like that guy is definitely facing away from me. But there will be times where it looks like they're not facing me, but they are. So like I said, the little cone of detection would help in those situations where I'm not certain which direction they're looking and which direction they're not looking. But it's a relatively small thing. I will take this guy out because he'll probably be trouble later. Oh, he's right next to a lift, so I'll take the lift back up. Here we go. Here's a way in. Which is what I was going for all along. Of course. Of course. I assumed I assumed that there was a what? Apparently he was behind something. It looked like I was gonna hit him straight on. Well, and I think he's the one with the key. Yeah, he's the one with the key. I might need it. Might not. I don't know. If I can assassinate him. There we go. Easy. My assassin damage is a lot higher than my range damage. Plus I've got the advanced assassination skill. Oop. Apparently he could see me over the edge. But he can't see me here. Isn't that strange? Guess I'll just hang out here for a minute. Okay, they're moving. Alright, now I have to kind of keep my eye on both of them. Oop, he's going, oh, nope, he's going that way. Need to hurry up, get behind that guy. Keep and look at the other guy, make sure that he's not looking this way. And again, oh. Yeah, now I'm trapped. Getting sandwiched. And he definitely sees me, so let's take him down. Show him how we do it in Norway. Alright, so this guy, for whatever reason, didn't know that there was a scuffle. Alright, get over there before he sees me. Out of sight, out of mind. Oh, he saw the dead body, though. I was trying for an assassination, but that'll work. Alright, so there's something over here. I never know. It's like, is it this level or a higher level? Sometimes when you have the wealth markers, it looks like it's in one place, but then it's on a different level. Just a matter of getting used to it, I suppose. Alright, here's the door. Oh, looks like I can open it, probably. Yep. Alright, drop down. Alright, nobody here. But it looks like it's for someone important. Alright, stocking up. He obviously has something planned, but it doesn't sound like the king is here. Just the cat. Well, I think cats were used around granaries, etc., or where they stored grain to keep rodents away. They wouldn't get all of them, but you wouldn't get overrun by them. And of course, with England and Europe in general, with the bubonic plague, that's always kind of something that's in the back of your mind. Of course, they didn't know at the time it was being heralded by rats. It was actually the fleas on the rats. So the virus on the rats, or the virus and the fleas that were on the rats that would then transfer to people and then cause one of the worst plagues in human history. Oh. This guy.
Have you lost your mind? I feared you were.
Yeah, exactly. Have you lost your mind?
What are you doing here?
You're no scout.
I was looking for Burgred.
You barely know how to use a sword.
I hoped I might find Burgred myself and talk him into surrendering, but he's not in Ledecestre.
How can you be sure?
Leofrith passed this way.
Alright, so the guy's not here.
I eavesdropped. It seems they're only stockpiling food here, but he did say
They're
something.
stockpiling food. I mean,
Orders
that's
to send more men to Burgred's wife.
something to take note of, but something for another day.
She's in Templebrough. She would know.
His
where
wife is in the other location, so
The sounds of battle.
Let's get you out of here now.
I guess we're going there.
I know my way around. We'll go through the market.
I know my way around. He's gonna get us both killed. Oh man, bodies all over the place. Ugh. And this guy, I hate the spear guys.
They're everywhere.
Stay close to me.
What do I do?
Fight, man. Fight.
They've got crazy reach. And when I think they're done with their combo, they're just getting started. I can block with my shield. That should help. There we go. Just seems like it takes a lot longer than it needs to with the spear guys. The archers, as long as they're in arm's distance, they're not a big deal. Or multiple. Alright, there we go. So far, so good. Eliminate the soldiers. Of course. Always have to kind of keep an eye on your objective, because all of a sudden you've got something else. It's like, go here and there's a big fight, and you keep fighting and the fight never ends. Alright, so what I didn't realize here was that our guys have little dots over their head when I'm using the Odin sight. These guys have arrows. It's a small thing. I kind of wish they would have done like a red or yellow, different color, something. so that I wasn't assuming one thing or another. I'm like, oh, okay, we're done. Oh, wait, no, we're not done. That's not our guy. Yeah, that's not our guy. So I'm like, oh, jeez. Nope, didn't mean to do that. There we go, and while it was, yeah, I was swinging. Alright.
Are you hurt? Speak up.
I don't think so. My God.
It always comes to
Did it
this.
come to this?
They would have killed you, Gilbert. You had no choice.
Gilbert?
Now don't move. I'll be back.
Where is your king, Saxon? Where is he?
Lord our Father, grant me salvation.
Dude, that guy obviously had no clue.
Does their god find the time to answer so much
Like I said, he's got a little too much Loki.
Reckless, Ivor. Gilbert could have been killed.
Causes a little bit too much mischief that he doesn't see a problem with, but
Don't excuse yourself. You enjoy this.
yeah, like sending
Stop.
the quote future king's son.
I sent myself.
Oh, I sent myself. Not with Ivor's
Mercia's enemy, not its champion. You understand?
blessing or anything.
Good.
He should have been the one to say, hey,
And remain there until we call.
don't go in there.
Stay, Wolf-Kiss.
It's not a good idea.
King, but
If they
we
see
have
you,
both his-
they will kill you.
Burgred's Lady Athelstwith is in Templebrough. I'm going to find
Yeah,
out
don't
what
get
she
into
knows.
any more trouble. Stay out of trouble. And don't put the king's son in trouble. Future king, supposed king, usurper, whatever you want to call it. Alright. The walls of Templebrough. It's way up here. I don't have a fast travel point up here yet. So, let's take the boat. And bada bing, bada boom. We're here. Let's see what's up. Yeah, I just figured get to team up with Other. Other? I think that's his name.
That depends on what happens.
Yeah, looks like they've been busy too. There we go. Get some extra rations.
What's with the prisoners?
Man from the fortress, out on patrol.
We squeezed them. Burger's not here. It's his queen they're guarding. Others with him. They must have separated off the Tomworth.
I heard as much from Gilbert and Ledecestre.
Trailback. What was he doing there? Eva.
So he didn't trust his mercenary either. Said, keep those guys away from these two areas,
Someone comes looking for these.
but I'm not going to tell you where I'm going.
Find Adelswith.
Capture a queen to find a king. It might work.
Only one way to find out. See if you can get anything more out of them. Me and Eivor will take care of fetching Adelswith.
Oh, then
So let's see if we can find her. Should be able to find her, just a matter of how long. I got some,
Saxons won't welcome us through the front door.
yeah, won't welcome us through the front door.
I'm beside you either way. Ah, Eivor. I have dreamt of this day.
I've dreamt of this day.
Of going a Viking with you.
Going to Bartering.
Brothers and sisters. Conquering new lands. Forming
Ah, the dreams.
Aid me. Be my eyes.
Alright, so I have a general area to check here. And of course it's like the very middle section of this dilapidated fort. I say dilapidated because there's a giant tree, well, dead tree, growing at the top.
across new land, so be it. I am right where
And now
I
I've got 2 waypoints. Alright, skill points taken care of. Probably, I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm going to rearrange them here at some point.
This area is off limits.
It's one of those, you're going to get it eventually, but in the meantime, you got to pick and choose relatively wisely. There we go, take this guy out. Move them so nobody sees them. And they saw me. Let's see if I can get back into hiding. It's way too early to... Okay, they kind of see me, or they do see me, but he's not going to come running after me. That's not going to help. There we go. So they lost sight of me. So now I just have to get to where I'm going, and there's a ton of guys. Of course, from where you start to where you need to go, you either hope for the best and go out swinging, or go a more roundabout way. I think that's what I'll do. Take some guys out. Jeez, he almost saw me. Like, his peripheral vision is epic. Tons and tons of guys over there to my right. A couple guys behind me, which I had planned to take out, but getting found out by that guy's peripheral vision really put a kibosh on that. So I'm gonna have to go farther out to come back in. Longship might have been a decent idea, but I think we would have gotten seen well before. So we would have had to have, oh geez, and I don't even do enough damage, headshot damage. Need a stronger bow, I think. Maybe a different type of bow. I mean, I got a hunting bow, which is kind of middle of the road for damage. Predator bow is better. Yeah, so the light bow has more arrows but doesn't do as much damage per arrow. The hunter bow is somewhere in between, if I'm remembering right. And then the predator bow does more damage but has fewer arrows. So in situations like this where it's maybe a little bit over level, I don't remember what the level difference was. It might be a good idea to have a predator bow, because getting that one shot headshot is really, really important. And of course, you know, having a better bow, having more skill points to use to increase range damage, stuff like that. All right, so this looks like there's only one way in. And I'm gonna have to double tap this guy and then figure it out from there. Maybe I can get hidden and I can take these guys out as they come to investigate, because they always seem to know exactly where I was standing, if not where I am standing. It's one of those apparently a catch-22. If you plan on them seeing you and coming to investigate, they're not going to. So on to plan B. I guess we'll have to Maybe I can assassinate one, then we only have to deal with 3 between the 2 of us. So it's not terrible, and nope. That was not what I wanted. There we go. Now I just have to deal with the last 3. And there's a giant sledgehammer. Oh, another 3 sledgehammers. There we go. Took a decent amount of damage off these guys. 2 out of the 3 anyways. And the third one, there we go. Got him. Ooh, book of knowledge, that's always good. Piercing shot. And they're all dead. Yeah, just missed the prompt to go straight to the ability page. So, and where do we need to go? Okay, down there. One way in. Obviously, I have a lot more abilities to get. So, what's useful, what's not useful. Just kind of trial and error. And here's a door. Here we go. The queen and her handmaidens.
Lady Athelstane, I see Burgred has done his best to hide you away. But what is lost must always be found.
What is lost must always be found. I don't know about that.
Nothing to do with our quarrel.
Kind of like when you lose a sock. It's gone forever. Until you throw out the other sock, and then all of a sudden it pops up. That's another catch-22.
Tell us where Burgred hides, and we will leave without an ounce of blood spilled.
Let's see what she has to say.
I don't...
No, she doesn't know. Or she says she doesn't know.
She's only naive to her present danger.
She's only naive, but she will understand.
Those are the hands of one who washes linens.
The old switch the servant with the queen. And the real queen ran off when we weren't looking.
Watch the handmaidens. I'll follow Athel's way.
Yeah, I think that was like a litmus test for people back in that time frame where, you had most of the people who had to work really hard with their hands, whether it was women with like linens and cooking, washing, cleaning, and men with either labor or weapons or what have you. So unless you were higher up the food chain, if you were a royal or someone important, then you didn't have to do any of your own labor, so your hands would be softer and not as calloused. So even though someone may have robbed you of your clothes, they would know that you were nobility because your hands would not be calloused. Some other royals may have had training in fighting, so they might have some calluses, but I think it's not the calluses that you would see for every day. Because even like the bowmen are going to have calluses on their hands and fingers from the bowstring. There we go, that was a good use of adrenaline. There we go, took that guy out. And only a dozen or so more to go. Whoa, look at that guy. Like I said, it's like they know exactly where you're at. It's funny, like I was in the church and there was a guy like not more than 20 feet away and he almost went into the brazier. Alright, enough of this. Let's go find the queen before she gets away. Is that actually a thing? Will she actually get away? I don't know. Oof, yeah, I knew that was gonna hurt. Alright. Let's take out the driver before she gets too far. Oop, Archer. Good thing I came up to him. Nah, he gave up. Yeah, you're not getting away now, Your Highness. Alright, let's take the boat. Thanks for the boat. How far away? 100 meters or so. And I hit something. Ooh. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. I was going to sink it to cover my tracks.
Quite clever, your ladyship. You're certainly making us work for it.
Clever.
Keep your hands off me, pagan!
Have you lost your sense of
Yep.
hospitality? I regret asking.
This one sounds like nobility.
After what you put me through?
Let go of me. Why aren't you doing what I said? I told you to let go of me. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
Why the catch, Eivor? She is as much a poet as you.
Where's my Catelyn? What have you done with her?
Your handmaiden, you mean? The brave one, dressed in royal finery? Season change with the others.
I'll take them back to Tamworth. Get them talking.
If she has so much as a scratch on her.
I will inform Ceolwulf. He might have some ideas on how to get through to her.
I will meet you there. Sigurd, what about these prisoners?
We've got what we need. Let them go.
Blessings upon you, friend. Thank you.